Hey YouTube, what's going on? Welcome back to Snorkel's Garage. Today's video we're going to be doing the Velossa short ram, big mouth, air intake, or whatever you want to call it. Basically just sit right down here in the front grill. As per my previous video, you know, we're going to also put in that grill mesh. If you guys want to check that out, go ahead and watch the previous video. Alright, so we are jumping back into the Velossa install here. So bumpers off. Now we're going to install this. Now I didn't get the one that has the mouth that lights up. I didn't want it. Also, I didn't think it was, to me personally, I didn't want to spend the extra 140 bucks just to sit there and wire it and then have something that can change colors, because I just wanted to match the white. And I think it actually is pretty close. At least when the car is clean, it's pretty close. So the way I'm going to do it, now there's multiple ways that you can do this install. I've seen people, they will just sit here and they will cut this area out because this is where it'll go. So you'll have two bolts up here. You want to make sure you save one, maybe two. They only send you one bolt in the package to install this. So the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to remove the shroud cover right here. Now, in order to do that, you will remove the bolts up here at the top. So there's one right there, one right here, there's another one right here, one right here on each corner, I think. Nope, only on that corner, so that one I'm guessing substitutes for the one right here. And then finally there's one down here in that little crevice. So I wanted to do a little test run before I came back to the video to show you guys. So that is a pain. These ones up here are 8 millimeters. The one down here in this little crevice where my finger's kind of pointing, that is a 10. So in order to get to that one, which it is, it's this one right here, I took a small ratchet. I went in there from the bottom, I reached under it and I got it hooked on there. Once again, it's a 10 millimeter. Loosened it up, and then eventually got to the point where it was just kind of getting stuck. I couldn't rotate it with my fingers. So what I did was I grabbed a pair of needle nose pliers and I held the socket because it was at the point where it was loose enough that the socket wasn't grabbing it anymore and spinning it back, or the ratchet wasn't coming back, and it was just kind of spinning it back and forth. So I took the needle nose, I grabbed the socket, and then I just continued to loosen it and loosen it and loosen it to the point where I couldn't even get this out, and then I just pulled on the shroud down below, and then as you guys can see, it popped out. So now all I have to do is the one over here on this side, and it looks like this side might have just a little bit less room, mainly due to this piece. Just kind of confirming. Nope, yeah, that same mount. So yeah, so 10 millimeter. We'll go down here in this crevice like that. I'll come down from below, loosen it up, and then when it gets to the point where it's just kind of spinning it, you want to grab your needle nose pliers and pull that out. All right, so touch it back in. All right, so touch it back in. We got that other bolt out there on the bottom, that 10 millimeter, the one that's a pain to get to. Another thing you could do is you could remove this crash bar down here. I didn't want to do that. I've never removed the crash bar on a car before, so I didn't want to sit there and tinker with that. I figured it'd just be kind of a little bit more simple. I'm sorry, this is super dark, but there's a little divot down there. That's where it is, if you guys were still wondering. But overall, not many pieces to take it apart. I would say it's the hardest piece to get off the car. So now that you have all those off, look at how simple it just comes out. You might get caught on some things, so you just want to kind of finagle it out. Give me 1 second, probably need both hands to do this. Alright, so here's that piece out of the car. As you can see, there is a little bit of a spot under it. So the way you want to kind of maneuver around that is, I started over here because I don't want to damage any of these lines at all. That's when you start getting real fucking expensive on fixing parts that you break when you're taking apart your car. Which, anytime anybody's ever taken apart a car, maybe their first time, second time, third time, you've always broke something, taken a piece apart, and you learn from your mistakes. So pulling that out, I kind of took that small piece and I just kind of wiggled it out, and then I pushed it down underneath this cooler right here, and just slowly like put my fingers there and just kind of guided it. And then once this like corner was out, this side just slid out perfectly fine. So now we're going to finally install the snorkel, and shouldn't be too bad. So I'm gonna kind of get everything lined up. So this is roughly how it will sit right here. So we're gonna get the bolts and everything that is necessary to get that taken care of. Okay, so as you guys can see, I kind of have it mounted just a little bit. It's not tight in yet. One thing you do want to know is do not tighten it super tight. Just get it like nice and hand tight. Leave it, because this plastic will probably crack if you do so, and it does say that in the instructions to just be careful, don't over tighten. And then for the lawn screw that will come with the snorkel, it'll go in the driver's side over here if you live in the US, or if you have a left-hand drive spec. So I'm just gonna, you know, kind of hand tighten it in there. It'll go into one of those bottom holes, and then I will jump right back in and show you guys the finished product once everything's screwed in. All right, guys, so here we are about an hour later, actually. So the reason it's an hour later is because as I thought, you know, things were getting tightened up, turns out that it says that you can reuse this factory bolt that you get out of that that shroud right there. Turns out you really can't. These aren't long enough to grab the threads as you put it in there. So you can like get maybe 2 to 3 past the thick wall that this piece has. So I actually spent a little bit of time dremeling both sides to try to get this in here. Well, the dog like shit Dremel that I bought to actually do this, just in case I was expecting something to happen, or even with the radiator shroud, which by the way, I do plan on cutting this center section out. I would recommend you do that. If you don't track your car, I wouldn't say it's absolutely necessary right away, because I'm going to take my time with this. I want to make sure it's all perfect and I have the perfect piece cut out and everything to fit around this. So I do plan on putting this back on, just not today, just so I can get it all cut out. So anyways, what I ended up having to do, thankfully I had another bolt lying around, so I just went and got that. This is about the same size as one of these when it comes to, you know, diameter of the actual screw area. This is an 11 millimeter bolt, and then I put the one that it comes with in here. However, if they would have sent 2 of these bolts, this could have been like an easy 15-20 minute install, but because I was trying to, you know, use factory hardware and I completely forgot I have bolts lying around, that's what ended up taking so much longer. So if you guys have a good Dremel, you could probably Dremel out a little bit of just the flat, like not flatten the surface, but kind of grind down the surface on one side, and then it'll fit perfectly. So I think it looks pretty cool. I think it'll look super cool once it's on the car, but yeah, that was definitely annoying to have to deal with. So I'll see you guys the next day or so, where we get some nice pictures of the front end and how it looks. All right, guys, this is about a week later after the install of both the snorkel and the grill. So I first wanted to add something on. So right in here, when you put on the snorkel, there's like a little tab that the snorkel will block you from being able to push down on that. I had to take the Dremel and drill it out. However, the grill mesh is holding up pretty decent. Better on the bottom, which I thought was going to be the bigger issue than the one up top. As you guys can see, it's been kind of pushed in a little bit right there. So just need to get a bigger piece. I'll do that eventually. However, the snorkel doesn't increase sound or anything. It's more of a visual thing. As you guys can see, it's pretty subtle. If you want it more loud, you know, get a different color than your car or get the light version. But I think it looks pretty decent. But yeah, but if you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you.